Welcome back, everyone, to Hand of Fate 2. It seems, judging by the comments, that there's quite a lot of interest in seeing our game continue, and so we are going to do so. So we'll just click on continue here. I believe we were up to the High Priestess, which it seems that we might have done some of the quest, well, out of order of the expected progress line. But again, it's giving us a free choice to progress as we choose.
My way back beyond the 13 gates to this mortal realm.
Well done. You must have got up very early in the morning to get all of that work done. Right, the High Priest Challenge. Now, I believe we've already set up our deck, but for the sake of refreshing our memory, we are going to be bringing along the Wanderer. We are also going to have these as our encounters. Deep Water, the Old Maiden, Elder's Gift, which I believe is going to be a blessing card, by the looks of it. It almost looks like it's foil. The Market Thief, which we still haven't managed to succeed in. We're also going to be having Clan Eyebright, which is new, specifically for our companion, and Friendly Innkeeper. As far as equipment, we are bringing along the Valiant Aegis, Winter's Bane, Armor of Gluttony, Frontier Baboot, and Retha's Eye. I'm not sure we're going to generate enough fame to be able to equip that weapon in this particular run, simply because there's less encounters, less equipment.
Once again in the company of prayer and religion.
There you go.
How unfortunate.
Okay, so I guess we know where your stance is on prayer and religion. However, as I was going to mention,
negotiations on behalf of the Empire. We will see how that story ends.
Hopefully with us winning, whatever else outcome might come from it. But as I was mentioning, there's less cards in this particular mission than the last, so I'm expecting it to generally be an easier dungeon. You are assigned a mission to travel across the northern border on behalf of the Empire. General Brandstrom instructs, don't come back until you've convinced this priestess, Tart, to stop ordering raids on our people. Well, there's your first problem. If we're going to this, feeling the message that you're bringing along, truly believe it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a momentary band-aid across an issue that will continue to linger. He gives you supplies to consume on your trek up to the mountain. Try to make sure there's no bears around before you set up camp. I'll try, I suppose. Supplies. Gain 25 food. Wow, that is a top-level food card. This woman does not take kindly to heathen, so I suggest you find a way to gain their favor, he says as he sends you off. Collect at least 6 blessings before meeting the High Priestess. Oh, okay. That was going to be a bit of a tricky one, but alright.
Be careful where one takes refuge.
Ouch.
Even in the worst of storms.
Double ouch. That's a bit nasty. The climb becomes unbearable as a ferocious blizzard sweeps the mountain. You seek shelter in the cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. Okay. Fairly certain this is not one of the bad ones? Oh, thank goodness. When the howling winds ease, you clear the snow from the cave entrance to discover the dark clouds have passed. Colbion forages for firewood, saying, this log is dry enough. We can set up camp here for the night. Access the campfire at any time between encounters. The campfire can be used to consume food, trade, or review your mission. Yeah, we're definitely taking this mission on a little bit later than intended, it seems. Okay, we'll head off in this direction.
A lesson in caution awaits us all.
Very well.
Nature, truly wild nature, will not tolerate fury in its domain, unless it is its own.
Okay, that's an interesting one. I wasn't expecting you to go in that particular direction from your first line. High up the mountain, you see a silhouette of a man approaching through the heavy snow. He bellows through the roaring wind. Who dares trespass in the sacred grounds of our priestess? 3 of Frost. Hidden raiders spring down the mountain with the dexterity of mountain goats. Alright, so our first combat begins. I approve, I think. We don't have particularly good gear, but it shouldn't be especially hard. We're only fighting the 3 of Frost here. Oh, I like it. Dual wielding machetes. His family lost, his clan turned against him. Colbion has travelled south in search of meaning. When activated, Colbjorn performs a charging attack that causes stun and may knock down weakened enemies. Stay close to charge his ability faster. Okay.
My people will defend their priestess at all costs.
Very well. We will do what we can. Oh. Now, the combat in this game has significantly improved over the previous efforts. Cut. There we go. We don't yet have... drat. We don't yet have an ability to riposte. Oops. I thought that was Colbjorn coming down there, but alas, no. There we go. Nope. Oh, I dodged a little bit too early. And then, go. No, that was unfortunate. I thought I was going to take a hit there, but we didn't actually, so it wasn't as unfortunate as I first imagined. Need to stick close to my companion and make sure his ability charges. Oh, we've already got the weapon. Wow.
For a mightier warrior than you, I think.
Harsh words, but also unfortunately true. The clash of steel rings out, echoing through the peaks. The mountain answers with a low, ominous rumble as a wall of white rushes towards the melee, sweeping away everything in its path. Okay, we need 11, please.
Dice are a constant reminder of death. The singular is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
I like it. I like that little bit of trivia. Well done. You seek shelter against the bluff, pressing close to the rock face as the avalanche roars overhead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. Your assailant's weapons juts from the snow. As you near, you realize it is still clenched in his hand, his body buried to the wrist by the avalanche. No, we won't get anything out of this, but we'll dig him out if we can. You brave the cold and free the raider from his icy grave. He takes a moment to catch his breath and says, "You saved me, though we are enemies by blood. Take my blessing and leave me to my thoughts." You gain 2 fame. Long shot. Precise dice. Score the exact target value in dice gambits to draw 2 equipment cards, then discard this card. Oh, okay. Very nice. So we actually did a good deed and we gained a blessing. I approve.
These tokens represent the expansion of the game. More options, more cards, more opportunities.
Indeed. The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. When the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. That scallywag. Not my gold. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay then, let's see. Didn't quite follow it. I think one of these two is our success. This could be the huge success. I think this is the basic success. No, I got it the wrong way around. Wow. The thief is nimble, but you manage to gain on them as they negotiate the crowd. With the thief almost at arm's reach, they knock over a barrel of apples in an attempt to hinder you. Ah, double roll. Okay, come on then. Well, we're not far off. Let's go either the way, really. I need to re-roll both my lowest to have a chance, frankly. Let's... yeah, let's go for it. Please. No, there's no way. Okay. Another die. Yes, please. Okay, accept the die. Perhaps I should have just accepted the die before. I need a very high roll for that one. Try it. We would have been fine if I'd accepted the die.
I'm somewhat surprised you lost that one.
Me too, actually. The apples roll across the ground in front of you, and you lose your footing and land squarely on your back. The thief gets away. You dust yourself off and continue on your journey. Well, that's annoying, but that is also something for me to bear in mind in the future. I can use Colbjorn. I should have kept him and just added the extra die. I'd completely forgotten that we could do that. I'm going to camp here.
Campfires will always offer warmth and heat, but they also change with each challenge. Be prepared.
Okay. A figure appears from out of the swirl of frost and snow. It is a northerner. "I come in peace," he says. "I make the pilgrimage to the High Priestess. I mean you no harm." Without waiting for approval, he slumps down beside you and warms his hand by fire. I mean, that is fairly common. It was pretty much a tradition in Old Wales that if a wanderer came to your door and requested sanctuary for the night, it was largely considered your obligation to offer it. In fact, there were bad things might happen. The gods were not particularly pleased by those who refused travelers, especially if it was cold outside. And so, no, he doesn't even need to ask here. That seems completely fair. You warm your frozen hands as the wind howls around you. We're going to cook some food. I could review the mission. I don't really need to. We're going to cook a fair bit of food, actually. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Yeah, we need a lot of health, especially because we've not got a companion anymore. That should be good enough. Let's see about trade. I could buy some equipment, perhaps. Unfortunately, we do not have nearly enough gold. What about food? It's not terrible prices, actually. But I think we're good for food, actually, at the moment. Okay, finish trading. And break camp. You sleep through the long, cold night. In the morning, you pack your things and continue your climb up the mountain. I hope our temporary guest fares as well. Meredith. Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail, old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything I may help you with on your journey? Asking for gold just... It seems like such a base and trivial thing to ask from Meredith of the Forest Folk. Supplies I think we're good for, so I shall ask for a longer life. May you live a long life, she says, and with a fragile wave of her hand, you feel a warm sensation through your body. There we go. Now, as you increase in max or decrease in max, it keeps the sort of ratio to your current. So, as you saw there, my current increased by more or less the same amount, and it would probably decrease by the same amount if I was losing health.
Not every temple has crumbled into the dust, more's the pity.
The Temple of the Divine Providence provides blessings in exchange for simple gold donation. Sure, okay. Okay, Gambler's Banquet. Let's have a look at you. Receive 4 food after every dice gambit. That's actually not too bad. Gold Zealot. Receive plus 15 life for every gold gain card you receive. That's nice. Monk's Vitality. If your max life is less than 150, you may discard food gain or equipment gain cards to receive plus 5 max life. Whoa, that's potent. Beggar's Charm. Gain up to 20 gold at the beginning of a new map if you have less than 20 gold. And Heroic Sacrifice. Prior to combat with 2 or more monster cards, optionally discard a basic monster card but lose your companion for 3 turns. No, I'm not going to sacrifice my companion, that's horrible. Getting more food every time we have to roll a dice is not bad. This one is nice as well. That's actually really nice. Monk's Vitality seems pretty solid though. But I think I'd probably want most of my food and my equipment cards. So yeah, we're going to go with Gold Zealot. Yeah, I'll accept that one. There we go. This may be... you leave with your new blessing, you lose 6 gold, that's fine. This may be a bit of a long one. We might have to just keep going through until we get 6 blessings. Though, that being said, we've already got 2.
The mountain itself pushes you back.
Sudden blizzard slows your progress through Mount Freydis. The bitter winds pierce your skin like shards of glass. We shall ascend.
Witches I will tolerate. They have at least stepped into the streams of power that magicians call home.
You're going to have to watch out about that hubris there, dealer. I'm fairly certain that's what cost you your throne last time. As you ascend the snowy Mount Freydis, you happen upon a cottage with a pungent smoke wafting out of the chimney. A frail old lady, sweeping snow off the path, beckons you to come in. Very well. You better go bearing blessings if you want to get onto the High Priestess' good side. I'm fixing a batch right now if you'd like a taste. If I've got it right this time, you can take it to her, she says, stirring the cauldron. Colbion bows. I have word that you are better known for your poisons. The old lady chuckles. I have some of that too, but it's thanks to my blessings that I have such a keen hearing, she says. I like it. Okay. Now, I'm interested in new cards here. I didn't get a full look at all of them, but I think 1 and 3 are new. Yes, they are. Divine Intervention. Bonus reroll. After all your rerolls in a dice gambit, you reroll your lowest dice. Very nice. That is really nice. I like that one a lot. You take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel a warm, fuzzy feeling flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe is a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. You thank the old lady and continue up the Mount Freydis, paying no heed to the brewing blizzard. Okay, we've got some really nice ones now.
A simple part of every story, especially a tale spent in the company of allies and boon companions.
Indeed. As night draws in, you return to the Rusty Razor. The proprietor greets you warmly. What can I provide to the savior of the Rusty Razor? Heal, buy a meal, or rest. What do you require? I'm going to discuss the latest rumors. The innkeeper tells you that the recent cheese festival has kept the inn busy and his coffers full. Oh, okay, that's great. How about lodging? Because I don't need food, and I don't need healing. Looking for lodgings, eh? We have some fresh-made beds for travellers such as yourself. It's free, of course, assuming you have some provisions. Oh, well, that's actually quite nice. No, we don't need to partake of your frankly extremely generous hospitality there. We will heal on our next card, so we'll just go ahead and leave. So that's actually pretty cool. Having the friendly in our deck is going to give us some nice options
become
to rest.
Desperate. Women hold these mountains together, even through the worst.
Very well. The climb becomes unbearable as a ferocious blizzard swoops the mountain. You seek shelter in a cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. Okay, watch closely now. Think this one. Oh. When the howling wind ease, you clear the snow from the cave entrance and discover the dark clouds have passed. Now, one way that I deal with the cards is I'll often let my eyes lose focus. I stop watching with a focus there. Unless there is only one card I need to track. For example, if there's only one failure, I will watch that card alone as it moves around. And if all are successes, but there's only one huge success, I will watch the huge success alone. But when there's more or less even, or it isn't as focused as that, I just let my eyes lose focus, I stay at the middle of the screen, and I watch, instead of with my focus gaze, I watch with my peripheral vision. And then I go with my gut instinct when that's done. And seems to work reasonably well. Obion forages for food, saying, this log is dry enough, we can set up camp here for the night. We don't need a camp right now, thank you then. Go ahead. Another blizzard, really? Oh, that's just annoying. I might have to camp in a moment. Okay, let's see. Right, where are you going to go? I think this one... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I meant the second one, you derp. Wow, drat. But I was right, at least. The wretched smell of fish, meat, and stale sweat alerts you to the presence of a bear rousing from hibernation. The ferocious beast bares its teeth and swipes at you with giant paws. Drat. You flee the cave, having barely survived the savage attack. Luckily, the blizzard has passed. We can camp here, just outside the bear cave. Yeah, because that would make a lot of sense. Sure, we will camp, though. Let's grab some food, though. Just up to about... yeah, 80 is good enough. And then we'll break camp. We don't have enough coins to do anything else. And let's move on. Really? Oh, that is incredibly annoying. Alright. Now, watch closely again. See where it goes. I think the last one. Yeah. When the howling winds ease, you clear the snow from the cave entrance to discover the dark clouds have passed. We don't need to wait. It's fine. We'll move on.
Will you push on, despite nature itself attempting to thwart you?
I'd like to, but I'd also like to know what that last card is. And now that we no longer lose food by moving back over previously traveled cards, it's always worth the while.
The least of notice, the very lands beneath your feet can slide away. Life is filled with surprises.
No need to sound so happy about this one, dealer. High up on the mountain, you see the silhouette of a man approaching through the heavy snow. He bellows through the roaring wind, "Who dares trespass in the sacred grounds of our priestess?" Well, that would be me. Oh, Trapper of Frost and 3 of Frost. Okay. Very well. It's a little bit harder than last time, but I'm down with it. Okay. Let's see what's going to go on here then. Can you go? Go! Nope. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I need to get rid of you guys really quite bad. Nope. Oop, that is the wrong card. There we are. Oops. I did forget for a moment that you have giant axes as well. Now, one thing that a lot of people have said is that... Go, no. Oh, no, you got trapped. That is annoying. Go! Nope. Okay, that's good. Absolutely not. And chop! There we are. That's what I like to see. Nope. Not for you. Not today. Nope. As well. Nope. Twice. You always get 2 of those attacks. Nope. Double nope. Yawn. Go! And take this while you're stunned. Oh. Just managed to get out of that. Okay, that wasn't bad. Oh, try. And then, of course, I fail on the defense, but these ones do not get 2 defense, 2 attacks in quick succession. Oh, trap. Thank you, Colbion. Let me up. Right. Line up your attack. Why? What are you doing? Get down here. Your enemy is over here, Colbion. He's a little bit incensed, a little bit rageful. Well done there. Ah, okay. I like it that my ally got the kill there, personally. Could do with some better equipment. We really could. Okay. Oh, we're straight up getting new equipment. All right. So, Armor of Gluttony, what does this do? Receive 1 food for every gain food or gain gold card you receive. Gain 3 defense if you have 20 plus food. Gain an extra 3 defense for each additional 5 food. And reduces movement speed by 10%. Bash an enemy in block to remove their armor to cause a brief stun. Or remove their armor, sorry. Map reveal. After every encounter with a gambit, reveal 1 random encounter card on this level, and helm. Only 1 helm can be equipped. Honestly, I think we'll go with the helm. Let's get that equipped.
But possibly effective.
Indeed. And there we go. Loads of money as well. The clash of steel rings out, echoing through the peaks. The mountain answers with a low, ominous rumble as a wall of wide rushes towards the melee, sweeping everything away in its path. Okay, let's see what we can do. We need 11. And we've already got 13. Well done.
A win here sets the tone for your challenge.
Indeed. Okay, you seek shelter against the bluff, pressing close to the rock face as the avalanche rolls overhead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. Now, this actually brings up something. I've noticed a lot of other people covering the game tend to skip through the card dialogues once they've seen it once or twice before. My feeling is that in each story, because each one of these missions is a self-contained story for all intents and purposes, reading out the cards keeps the flow of the book. It's like a Final Fantasy book. When I'm playing those, I don't skip the pages that I've read before, even if I know exactly what's there, because it creates this feeling of atmosphere as I'm reading through. Every replaying of the book, of the game, I read the whole story in sequence because it tells a different story based on my actions. But do let me know in the comments whether you'd rather me start cutting that out a little bit here and there, and I'll consider it. Might not go with it, I'll be honest, because like I said, I do like reading them, but certainly if I've seen a card 4 or 5 times, then maybe we could start leaving it behind. We're going to dig him out. You brave the cold and free the raider from his icy grave. He takes a moment to catch his breath and says, "You saved me. Though we are enemies by blood, take my blessing and leave me to my thoughts." Some more for them. And Divine Providence, add +2 to each of your die during the dice gambit. Wow. Those blessings. They are pretty bloody awesome, I must say. Am I wearing my helm? I am wearing my helm. Okay, that was well worth it.
The mountain is unforgiving. You would not be the first to die upon its peak.
Well, we are starting to run low on food. I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Old witches. I have a fondness for them, but I would not trust them.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yes, I know. I've got a couple of friends who are pretty much, they're a bit of a rogue, but they're the lovable sort. They you like them, you'll drink with them, but you wouldn't necessarily buy into any of their schemes and their paths to riches. Further up the mountain, the blizzard becomes so intense you barely see the tiny cottage engulfed in snow. An old lady beckons you in. I've received word from my sister's hawk and have been expecting you. I may not be as skilled as her, but this blessing potion I've whipped up is my best yet. Do you think it's good enough to take to the High Priestess? She says, blowing the steam off a simmering bowl of thick liquid. Okay. He shakes his head at the offer. I see. So there would be a guaranteed way of getting the blessings if I wasn't getting the blessings through my encounters. So I'd just have to go through 6 levels. That would actually be pretty hard. Okay. I see one new one. I think it's the 3rd. Oh, no. Drown. Okay, you take a sip from the putrid potion and feel your stomach churn. I knew I shouldn't have substituted the cloud berries for bog berries, she says, comforting you. Choose the righteous path and you'll find blessings on your way, I'm sure. That was a particularly hard one, though. You step outside into the blistering cold and continue to Mount Freydis. Okay, Blessed Summit. I guess that would be my exit point. Can I find out what that card is in total? No, I think that is the Priestess. Okay. Oh, we've got to get 2 blessings here.
Here we begin to see the potential of cards based around fame.
Very well.
If you can force them from your deck and into your hands, you can begin to exploit their power.
Alas, the raiders have destroyed our village and taken the last of our relics, the Elder explains. I see you carry a rare item indeed, he continues, yet it appears you lack the will to bear it. There is no platinum equipment in this deck. Oh, okay. He looks at you through pale eyes. May your deeds of greatness ever regaled in song and told in tale. May you ever be remembered. Well, that was actually a good way towards our next card. So these are platinum cards I like. Oh, I do not like. Getting low. Very low on health now. Climb becomes unbearable as the ferocious blizzard sweeps the mountain. Alright. Watch closely. I think the last... No! The last 2 times have been pretty bad. The wretched smell of fish, meat, and stale sweat alerts you to the presence of a bear. Rousing from hibernation, the ferocious beast bares its teeth and swipes at you with giant paws. Alas, you flee the cave. Luckily, the blizzard has passed. Okay. Clan Eyebright. Alright, we're definitely going in that direction. This helm is actually pretty good.
And so we see the home of the Northerner and his reasons for leaving.
Had to warm myself with some tea, just overcame a blizzard. Kind of. Overcame a blizzard and a bear. Kind of. Colbjorn returns to his home village to partake in toil. The ritual cleaning of his people's ancestral grave mounds. He invites you to accompany him. Yes, I will accompany you. Clan Eyebright's village, hidden in the forest of Mount Freydis, is a burned-out husk. You see no inhabitants within the collapsed walls and fallen roofs. Colbjorn leads you through the trees to the grave mounds, a flat snowy field dotted with body-sized hillocks. A few villagers are here, kneeling by the cairns in prayer. You realize they are all either old or enfeebled. Your stout companion kneels before 3 graves. They look fresh. The grass has yet to grow over them. He empties a flask of Aramore's spirits over the mound and lets a blessing fall onto the cold earth by them. He motions you to do the same. Certainly, yes, I'll do that. We'll go ahead with long shot. Yeah, we'll drop that one. You kneel on the cold, hard ground beside Colbjorn as he bends his knee in prayer. The tranquility is shattered by a jagged rock bouncing off your companion's back. You draw your weapon and turn to see an old northerner woman bent over with age, clutching a basket of rocks. Fierce hatred burns behind her eyes. Get out! Get out of here, betrayer, life burner! The old northerner tears her hair in grief as she continues flinging rocks. Colbjorn flinches as the stones rebound off his flesh, but does not move to defend himself. A group of villagers gather around you. They do not join in, but they do not intervene either. He's my companion, and thus I feel compelled to intervene, but I worry this is not what he would want, but I am going to intervene. Okay. I think it's the first. No. You try to step in front of Colbjorn, but he stops you with a raised arm. The barrage continues until the snow is stained with blood and the woman is on her hands and knees weeping uncontrollably. An elder, his head wreathed in bone and blossom, steps forward, his wrinkled fist clenched with anger. Why have you returned? Oberon waves a massive hand at the 3 grave mounds. Your duty was to die for this clan or your hearth, but you were too cowardly to do either. Why couldn't you do it? His stern tone breaks into a sob. I had a daughter. Your sons. They burnt everything, all because you could not die for us. Oberon merely stares blankly into the distance. I think that would be an insult, frankly, to pay them. I will appeal to their mercy. Okay. This is an interesting story being told here. Alright. You got a very good target. The village of Clan Eyebright consider Colbion's somber stoic form and feel some pity. The elder sighs. We have nothing. Only anger drives me now. Betrayer Colbion, prove yourself in the Horrorfrost trial. Prove you're worthy of dying for Clan Eyebright again.
Nicely done.
Oh, we actually did win. Alright, I don't feel quite as terrible about that one. But that was a sad tale. We did pay a blessing too. A blessing we might have needed. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do the Blessed Summit. We'll see. We'll see if it continues us on. While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. Ooh. Musket of Steel and Terror of Blight. Ouch. We'll stand and fight, though. Heavy weapons are recommended against the Empire. You can change equipment in the inventory. I am afraid I cannot. We lack them. Oh, actually, Villager's Axe. Which is the heavier? Oh, this is a heavy weapon. Sure, okay. We'll go with that. Fine. We'll swing the axe, but we won't have a shield as a result. I love the fact that we can now just re-equip. Given the right opportunity, sometimes you can't. That is a really nice enhancement. The combat as a whole feels better. I know I'm doing much worse at it, but it feels better for that. And that's why I'm doing much worse. It's better, it's less janky, and it's less exploitable too. I want you to go more or less... Oh, crap. Nope. I would like to kick out the musketman, if we can. You go ahead, deal with him down there. And let's go for... Oops. See a strike. Oh, no, thank you. And let's break your armor if I can. Oh, no. Oh, that was lucky. Yeah. No, thanks. Alright, one down. Go for it. Go through them. Thank you. Let's try and break your armor as fast as we can. Go. And again, if we can. Oh, right. I was worried I was going to take damage there, but no, thankfully. We managed to... we had invulnerability because I was using my heavy attack. Should get some equipment from this, I imagine. Full fame. Not quite enough. Not quite. Okay. One equipment from 2. Winter's Blade. Now this one has 1 to weapon charge. We eat less. Or Winter's Bane. Knockdown Northerner requires 10 hits. Perform a powerful strike that causes knockdown to Northerners. Enemies in knockdown can be defeated with a finisher. Repulse charge. Against Northerners, Repulse deals 150% damage and counts double towards weapon charge and one-handed. Yes, okay, we're going to be grabbing this one. Sure. Go ahead and equip it. It's only 1 less damage. And 10 gold. Very nice. We also healed. Very nice. Alright.
A grand opportunity for you to take whatever pleases you.
Well, that would be great.
Your day.
If we'd also gotten the Witch's Brew, this would have taken us to the required amount of blessings. We could have that. No, I don't think so. Go for food after every dice gambit. Yeah, okay, we'll grab you. We've had a lot of dice gambits today so far. Okay, we're a little bit shy on what we need. Got a lot of money though. Let's go ahead and trade. See what equipment you have for sale. Ah, just shy. I could sell equipment though. I could... That's worth an awful lot. We're so close to being able to use it too. No, nothing we really want to get rid of there, I don't think. Alright. Well, we'll cook some food, since we're here anyway. And then move on. There we go.
Now the confrontation.
Right.
Are you ready to face the priestess of her people?
Not really.
Drive the deal the Empire has requested.
The wind's clear.
Or will you turn and flee?
Dark clouds reveal the spire of a ritual house protruding from the summit. You press on through thick snow to find the wooden structure adorned with spoils of war. If we turn back, would we get to continue on? You trace your steps to count your blessings, hoping to find missed opportunities to gain more further down the mountain. I don't think we will, you know. But let's see if there is a way for me to... No, I don't think we can. Well, we're just going to have to try. Enter. As you enter the great hall, the towering arched doors swing open with a heavy creak. A giantess in a velvet robe enters, accompanied by raiders. Corbion throws himself down to the floor in reverence. The giantess glances at him lazily. What have we here? A northern and one of the Empire? What did you bring to appease my wrath? Only 4 blessings? What a pitiful effort! With a flick of her wrist, bolts of lightning strike you. For not bringing enough blessings, you have failed to win the gold token. That's a shame.
You still have a chance to defeat this mission.
Okay,
even
that's
if
not too bad,
imperfectly.
then. That's actually quite interesting. I'll try and come back through this to get that gold token. The giant has collapsed, the sound ringing in the silent. Cold hall. Ha! This small thing survived it. Impressive. But if you wish to speak to me of a treaty, you must prove yourself against my champion. Ooh, Berserker Frost, okay. Well, we have a reason to come back here to try and get that gold token. It'll be a difficult one to get, I think, but still, I'm up to the challenge. Fierce, loyal, and relentless, champion of the High Priestess. Berserker weapons are imbued with ice that slows their enemies' movements and attack. Okay, don't get hit by Berserker. Roger. Nope. That was wrong. Nope. I would really like it if a couple of you would just straight up that. No. There, I've been hit, so I'm super slow now. That is massively... I'm good. Nope. No, absolutely not. I need to charge up this attack, so... Oh! Come on, let me up. I'm free! Ooh. And... Kapow! Can I finish you off? Maybe not. That would be a bit too easy on a boss, I guess. Nope. Absolutely not happening. I'm going to continue working you down. There we are. And go for it. Go. Finish him off. Oh. Oh, oh, I wanted to finish him off. Scallywags. Oh, double dope. I'm all over the place with my attack now. Okay, he's down. Oh, I could have just finished him off with a regular attack, could I am constantly getting killed. Where on earth did the Berserker chieftain go? Did he come back? I think he may have, actually. Okay. We'll finish you guys. There we go. And I got it just in time to lose it. How nice. But I think maybe if I finish the chief, then it causes the others to just flee, perhaps. Because I missed the opportunity to use the finisher on him. I think he died due to environmental hazards. And elemental ones, I guess. It's a cold mountain. Even though you failed to bring me your offering, I'm impressed with how you wield your sword. Now, hear my terms. The High Priestess draws herself up, a towering figure draped in fur and wrath. The North will never bend to the Empire. Blood for blood for blood. Those are my terms, small one. Let your leaders hear it and quake. With that, you make a quick descent to relay the message back to General Brandstrom. I wonder if it would be different if we got the gold token. For beating the High Priestess champion, we received the Humble Hammer, Berserker's Creed, and Extinguisher. And Winter Solstice, Burning Building, Temple Prayers, and Cartographer. Temple Prayers, nice. And some extra game cards. Warrior's Axe. Okay. And Soldier's Sword. Alright. Supplies have been added to those ones, which is interesting. So those cards now have tokens where they didn't before. For convincing Clan Eyebright to give Bjorn another... call Bjorn another chance. Hoarfrost Trial. Ooh, oh, that one looks nice. Okay. Well, we've completed it. Silver completion, though.
You understand the basic rules of the game now. From here, they will change.
Okay, great. You understand the rules, so now I'm going to change them. Alright, well, we will eventually return there, but not right now. I'd rather go somewhere new. What are the other ones we've got? The Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot. We're going to go with the Emperor. We'll continue on down this path, I think. Oh, we're going to have a lot of new things. Okay. So, I'm going to bring Colbjorn along. Encounters, though. Let's have a look. We're going to bring along Hoarfrost Trial. Oh, Brimstone Limit Reached. Brimstone card 0 of 0. Oh, maximum platinum cards. I see how this is working now. That is really interesting. I hadn't properly paid attention to that before. I like it. So you can't progress too quickly. You're going to have to make progress through the game before you can start bringing in the really powerful cards. I see. Alright, Burning Building. Sure, we'll take that. Cartographer, we'll take that one too. Fame and Shame. Yeah, we'll bring that one along. Bridge Skirmish sounds interesting. Now, where is Market Thief? I would like one that has Temple Prayers, yes. Bringing along Marith. Not sure right now. I'd like Raider's Ambush. I like having lots of encounter cards so that we can fight them. Friendly Innkeeper would be very nice. Very nice, actually. That's a guaranteed bit of food there. Deep Water, very nice as well. Winter Solstice. Let's take you along. I'd like to try and continue taking on the Market Thief, though. Yeah, I think that's a good group. As for my equipment, yeah, we'll bring you with us. We'll bring Berserker's Creed, Ring of Food. What does Ruby Ring give us? Gain % life when you have more blessings than curses. That would actually be quite a nice one. Sure, we'll bring along the Ruby Ring too. That would be a really good one to take on that particular mission we were just on. Humble Hammer, since it's new, we'll bring that one too. Winter's Bane was quite a nice card. The problem here is we've got the Berserker's Creed. I need one shield. Yeah, we'll bring the Bastion of Purification. And one supply. Supplies provide a unique benefit that applies at the start of your journey. I'm guessing that by having these, I will start... Oh, right, okay. So I can choose to start my adventure with extra food, or I can choose to start it with a better weapon right now. Oh, that's nice. That is decidedly nice. It also comes with a token. Inspect. One-handed against Northerners, repulse deals a bit of extra damage. And the Warrior's Axe. Armor Breaker against corrupted enemies. Bash causes additional damage to armored. We'll bring along... I do like having a shield. We'll bring along the sword, I think. That is very interesting. I'm liking that addition. I'm liking that a lot. But that is our deck setup that we'll be taking into the next mission. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do let me know what you think down in the comments below. And again, let me know how you feel about me just continuing to read the cards as they come up. Basically continuing the narrative, keeping it unbroken as we progress through each mission. But that is going to be it from me. So until next time, and as ever, Do take care, everyone.